if you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing it. We're both doing it. Justine?
We are smiling. Big smiles. Yes. The first tip. And a lot of these tips, Jillian, actually are not that difficult. They are small things that I think anybody could put into practice right away.
So why is it smiling for you?
So, smiling for me is that not only does it help you come off as warm, friendly, approachable, but when I tend to get nervous, less of my personality shows and I tend to become more serious. So, I remind myself to smile, to be energetic, just because if it's something I'm nervous about or concerned about, I tend to get very serious just because that's, I guess, how I react to something I'm nervous about. So, like my old producer that I worked with for a long time on the last show I did before I left television for NBA, we had a lot of breaking news that year for some reason. There are a lot of firings in the New York sports world. And he had gotten to know me and he would get in my earpiece when I would be talking. And he could tell when my energy would dip and he would remind me. He would say, hey, energy, energy. And it really isn't because I wasn't energetic. It's because I was focusing on the topic when there happened to be some breaking news.
You and I are very similar. So, and that's why we're such good friends, is because, like you, when I'm talking about breaking news, or even if I'm nervous or I'm just unsure, or, pick your poison, it can be any scenario. I do get really serious when I'm in those situations where I'm uncomfortable. And we haven't been uncomfortable on the podcast at all, but you and I have said multiple times, hey, we need to smile more. Hey, let's remember to get up our energy. Hey, because you have to constantly remind yourself of those things. And the thing for me about smiling, as I'm going to remind myself to smile, is that when you're nervous, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, your face muscles kind of get in that like frozen serious mode. And the smile for me breaks that. It breaks, that frozen face. It loosens your facial muscles, which allows you to sort of take that deep breath, relax your face, and break yourself of the nerves that are creating that, oh my gosh, I look so serious right now. Like I look nervous. So that's what I tell people all the time is, even if you're talking about something serious and you can do it behind closed doors, just remember to smile, remember to breathe. You can do this before a presentation. You can do this before even a holiday party or a cocktail party or a wedding reception that you're going to go to, where oftentimes people will be like, well, what do I do? I'm uncomfortable because it's small talk. Smile, breathe, and it'll be fine.
Exactly. Because sometimes when you're not smiling, people read it differently of, oh, they're uncomfortable or they're unhappy. So I always default to smile more than you think you need to.
That's a good tip too, because sometimes you think you are, and then you're not giving it your fullest effort. And it can feel uncomfortable to like smile too much, but really no one else notices. They just notice you're smiling.
You look happy to be there, excited to be there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, yes, I am. Happy to be
Yes.
here.
I mean, we were. Lots of smiles for those who are seeing us on video.
Yes, exactly.
We have to practice what we preach. So,
well, we do. I know. And it's a constant reminder like, hey, don't forget your energy. Don't forget to smile.
Yes.
Don't forget to breathe. And I think that those are some of those tricks, some of those big things that when you're nervous, you just forget to do because they're so simple.
Totally. And for us, which like I think a lot of people don't realize, when you're in a TV studio, sometimes you're creating the energy. When you're reporting, or you're especially in sports, oh, is it easy to pick up on like really exciting play because you feel it in the stadium, or if you're on scene, there's a lot of natural energy that comes with that. And in studio, Jillian, as you know, you worked in morning news. It was your job to help wake people up in the morning. You got to bring the energy, which a lot of times is funneled through a lot of smiling.
Absolutely. And if you're in a situation where you're a businessman or woman and you give presentations or even virtual meetings, as you very well know, Justine, that smile can go a long way. So smiling is our first tip.